just stopped the recording because the computer was getting really hot, and the noise of the fans, I guess it was just killing all my voice. Probably it will get hot again, so let's see what happens. I was saying that this is the oh, okay, this I miss a D here, forward, and I would like to try this. I miss the function activation. Let's create the function activation. Define activation. Activation takes three parameters: input, width, and an optional parameter exp, which is equal to math.exp. Sorry. And this function is really simple. It says is equal to 0, and for each oh for each weight input in, this is a new function. You don't know how this function works. It's called zip. The zip function of the input. Oh, don't call this input. Input is also input of weights and in. So this function zip, what it's going to do is to combine the values of the arrays. Let's try this before using it, but I'm going just here just to try how it works. I'm going to print omega and I. Just right now I'm going to do this. I'm going to save. So in the main function here, let's see if it works. I will say activate activation. There we are, activation. Let's say that we have these inputs 1, 2, 3, and these outputs are these weights, which will be -1, -2, and -3, comma. I will call this, and now just to check how zip works, I will call activations, and in this for I will print omega e. It will be 1 -1, 2 -2, 3 -3. Let's run this. Okay. In define activations in byte syntax. Input. In is our reserved word. There we are, and you get -1, 1, -2, 2, -3, 3. Take care. You see? You see, I just put this in the reverse order. Let's call it input omega. Just to keep the order of the call. And here let's call it input omega. Just to keep the order on the input here. Also here and also here. Let's try this. There, -1, 1, inputs. Okay, see how it works, yeah? It's just reversing everything here. Okay, omega I. So I print I omega. Okay, it's my fault. Come on. I have to print here I omega. You see how it works? Zip just combines the two functions such that when I make a for loop, it gets the first element of the first list, the second element of the second list, the first element of the second list, and then the second element of the first list, the second element of the second list, and so on. So it's a way to make a loop over two lists at the same time if you want to take the first, the second, and so on elements of each list. So what I want to do is multiply all the inputs by all the weights and add up everything. So it will be acti is equal to acti plus I multiplied by weights. So this is going to compute the addition of all the weights multiplied by all the inputs. And then after computing this, I'm going to compute the sigmoid of activation, active, and it's not, if nothing is set, I will pass the standard exponential. And also I will return this value. Let's try this here. Let's try this here to see how it works. Okay, I forgot to make the print. Print activation. There we are. This is the activation of these weights. In fact, this is 1 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 1, 2 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 4, 3 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 9. That means this is minus 14, and the exponential sigmoid of minus 14 is equal to the same number. Yeah, so everything is working as expected. So for each element in my network, for each layer in my network, for each neuron in my layer, I compute the outputs and I save the outputs. Yeah, and then I say for the next layer, these are my outputs, and here it says actual input is the previous output, and it computes everything. So let's try it for a really simple neural network to check if it works. So I will construct a neural network. Neural network is equal to neural network structure, and the structure will be really easy. It will be one input, one intermediate neuron, and one output. That's my neural network. Just to check how it works, I will print neural network. And after that, I will make forward. My neural network just has one input. So I will give a number here, for instance, 0, and my neural network. And this will compute an output that will be, it won't be 0. Yeah, let's see how it works. Print forward 0, my neural network. So there we are. It says none. Let's see what happens. This is my neural network. It has 2 layers. Each layer has just one neuron, and here it says none. Let's check what happened with the forward function. So here I will just print for every neuron. I will print its activation just to check what is the problem. So for the first neuron, the activation is 0. For the second neuron, the activation is this, and the last one, it says none. The problem is here. Yeah, I'm calling the last layer for each layer in network. Yeah, for each neuron in layer. So somehow the first output is clear, the second output, but the third output, none, is not. Okay. It's okay, everything is okay, it's working as expected, but I just forgot to make here return return output values. Okay, let's check that. There we are. Let's see if it is working as expected. If I feed 0 to this layer, 0 multiplied by this number is 0, so I get a 0 crossing the sigmoid function, so the sigmoid function will give me a number, this number multiplied by this number will give me another number here, so this number should be equal to this number. Something is wrong. Let's try to find the problem, the problem, 0, 0, 4, 8, out, output values, append out, for neuron, values output, return for layer, oh, because here output values, first layer, second layer, output values, previous output values. Just thinking what's going on. I'm going to stop the recording just to think on this.